There's breaking news coming in. Chota Rajan has been arrested. There are reports of Chota Rajan being arrested in Indonesia. He was at one point of time a key Dawood Ibrahim aide who then broken away from Dawood Ibrahim, ran his own crime syndicate in India, and he has just been arrested. That's the latest that is coming in. He's been arrested. Chota Rajan has been arrested. He was also known as Nana. Shiv Arur, our editor, joins us with more on this. Shiv, tell us more about Chota Rajan's reported arrest.
Gaurav, Chota Rajan, we can confirm, has been detained by Indonesian authorities just as he landed in Bali on a flight from Sydney. Now, we can also confirm that Indian authorities are in touch with Interpol as well as Indonesian authorities. This is an AFP report that's just broken the news right now that we're putting out first here on India Today. Remember that Chota Rajan is wanted for a series of crimes, including murders, an extortion racket, and one of the largest crime empires in the country, apart from the D Company, for many, many years. He has been arrested in Indonesia after many years on the run. The police has, in fact, put out a statement saying that they've detained Chota Rajan. Of course, his real name is Rajendra Sadashiv Nikalje, better known as Chota Rajan. We understand from the reports that are coming in that there was a tip-off from the Australian police, Gaurav, after which Indonesian authorities set up, they set up their preparedness at the Bali airport in Indonesia. This happened, in fact, on Sunday as he arrived at this resort town of Bali from Sydney. The police spokesperson in Bali, Hari Wianto, has apparently spoken to AFP confirming this particular arrest. Now, remember, Chota Rajan is 55 years old. He's been on the run, a fugitive from India for the last 2 decades at the very least. Interpol has flagged him. He's been a wanted man for a minimum of 20 years. That's from 1995 he's been wanted. The information was sourced from Canberra in Australia, where a red corner notice was actually issued against him, after which the tip-off reached the Indonesian authorities, and he's been detained by the Indonesian authorities in Bali as of early this morning, Gaurav. 15 to 20 murders is what he is wanted for, apart from a series of other crimes. Remember, the linkages between D Company and the big falling out of Chota Rajan from the D Company is where it all actually began. Sadashiv Nikalje was better known as a part of that D Company that he broke away from. There have been internecine wars between D Company and the Rajan gang for many, many years. Attempts on Chota Rajan's life, famously in Southeast Asia, when there was a big attempt on his life, he survived it and then actually escaped from a hospital. It is highly likely now. The biggest question now is about whether Chota Rajan will be deported to India. We can confirm that Australian Federal Police have said that Interpol in Canberra alerted the Indonesian authorities who arrested Nikalje at the request of Indian authorities, Gaurav. So this leaves the door open for possible deportation. India and Indonesia, we're trying to gather information about the relationship that they share as far as deporting wanted criminals is concerned. But remember that this is a man who's been seeking refuge in several Southeast Asian countries, notably Thailand and Indonesia, for many years together. Now he's been detained. He's one of India's most wanted criminals and crime lords. He's been arrested by Indonesian authorities, and now the onus will be on whether India can get him extradited back to the country.
This is huge. This is huge. A massive story that's breaking here on India Today. Chota Rajan has been arrested in Indonesia. He was arrested on the basis of a tip-off that came in from the Australian police. Now, this is one man who was involved in a series of crime incidents, involved also, as many say, in an attempt to kill Dawood Ibrahim, led to a massive gang war between D Company of Dawood Ibrahim and Chota Rajan. Now, Sadashiv Nikalje, as Shiv was just reporting, was arrested on Sunday when he arrived at that popular resort island of Bali from Sydney. Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu joins us with more on this. Kamal, what are your sources in the intelligence agencies and the police telling you, and Ministry of Home Affairs telling you?
Well, the sources in Ministry of Home Affairs are extremely tight-lipped. They're saying they're still trying to assert and obviously confirm this particular information. But remember, they're saying this is a big shot in the arm as far as India is concerned. Chota Rajan has been on the run for more than 2 decades now. So getting a huge him. And obviously, this also talks about the underworld gang, the D gang, as well as Chota Rajan, who were at each other's throat at one point of time, and both actually managed to escape India. But remember, it is the justice system, and remember, Chota Rajan is wanted in series of murders, especially in the area of Maharashtra. And this is where the entire role comes in as to how the businesses used to flourish not just within India but also outside India, where the reins used to be controlled by Chota Rajan. So this is going to be a major shot in the arm. But remember, it is also about how Australian police gave a tip-off to Indonesia, who acted upon it. There are red corner notices which are very much important in this particular case.
Yes.
It's also about increased international cooperation. Remember, Australia and India had signed counter-terror joint operation, as well as many such close ties as far as India and Australia is concerned. And remember, that is now working in favor of India. And that is what India would really showcase as to how greater cooperation, especially in countries like Australia and Indonesia. The point is, what is the procedure now? Obviously, it's the research and analysis wing which is going to come into action. It's also about extradition of Chota Rajan, and finally the justice and the wheels of justice really working.
Stay with me for a moment. Let's get more details on this big story. Shiv, the big aspect would be getting him to India, and that is where a lot will be unraveled. Now, the Mumbai police for long has now been claiming that organized mafia, organized gangs no longer operate in Mumbai, whether it's D Company or Chota Rajan. But a lot of crimes that took place and gang wars that took place, he's wanted for some 20-odd murders within the country. A lot of that information will then be out and investigations can be taken to their logical conclusion.
Absolutely, Gaurav, and not just the murders. Remember that Chota Rajan holds the key to several other crimes that may or may not be directly linked to him. He's got information. And incriminating, details about other operations, about other crime groups, underworld groups, including, of course, his alma mater, if I can use that phrase, the D Company itself. Remember, he was one of the key aides of Dawood Ibrahim before that violent falling out that took place, followed by an attempt on his life in Singapore. And his dramatic escape from a hospital. Now remember, Chota Rajan is clearly a man of means, but he has been a marked man for many years. He isn't just wanted by the Indian government, he's also wanted by the D Company itself, who sees him as an arch rival and a dangerous man who needs to be silenced and eliminated. So it is no surprise that he has made his home in Southeast Asia, flitting between different countries, under assumed names, assumed identities, and forged passports. So this is an enormous haul as far as India is concerned. And if the onus is now, as you rightly pointed out, Gaurav, on whether India can successfully extradite him. India has burnt its fingers before. It's come very close to bringing back wanted, underworld criminals from abroad to India before. But can India, use its diplomatic might, its regional might now to bring Chota Rajan back to India as a captive criminal to face justice within the country? It's been a 20-year run from justice. He's wanted for several different crimes. We know that Dawood Ibrahim and the rest of D Company continue to operate from Pakistan and the Middle East. Chota Rajan has chosen Southeast Asia as his safe haven, to continue his own practices of extortion, etc. So now the big onus is going to be on the Indian Foreign Office, India's intelligence agencies, India's diplomatic machinery to see if this man who's now been nabbed as a result of a tip-off from the Australian authorities will be brought back to India to face justice. That's the crucial question now, whether he will be extradited. Gaurav.
And let me take that question to India Today's Deputy Editor Atir Khan, who joins us with the latest on this story. Atir, this is a massive development. Chota Rajan, in the past we would say he's been spotted, he managed to escape, but this time Indonesian authorities in Bali confirming they've arrested him, they've detained him, and he could well be deported to India. So what's the process? What are your sources telling you?
Well, that's right. The confirmation has come from Bali, but as of now, the Interpol division of India is yet to confirm this piece of information. However, as we speak, Gaurav, top security officials of the country are busy trying to, expedite the process so that Chota Rajan is brought to India, since he's wanted in cases here. So the top security officials are very keen that he should be brought in here, and the process is still on as we speak.
Okay. how long is this process likely to take, Atir? What are the formalities involved in getting him back to India?
Well, first, after the RCN has been executed by the Interpol on the tip-off of Australian agencies, now Indian top security officials will chalk out a plan, a strategy how to bring him back to India. But that will, of course, involve a lot of process, providing a lot of voluminous, documentary work, which has to be done before, India places request for bringing Chhota Rajan to India. So it will have, agencies will have to provide all the evidence which indicate towards his involvement in the crime, the FIRs and, his bona fide documents. So all these documents would be, furnished to the in Bali so that he could be extradited as soon as possible.
Okay, what we also know as of now is that efforts are being made to ascertain all the details about his presence. Bali police are coordinating with Interpol and with Government of India. Nikhalje, as Chhota Rajan is officially called, his name is Sadashiv Nikhalje, he could well be deported to India. That is what officials in Bali are now officially saying. A spokesperson for the Australian Federal Police have also said that the Interpol in Canberra had alerted Indonesian authorities. Nikhalje was apprehended at the request of Government of India. It's officially now coming in from authorities in Bali. It's being described officially as an Indian fugitive wanted in a series of murders in his country, that's India, has been arrested in Indonesia after being on the run for decades. That's the man you see on your television screen, Chhota Rajan. He's been arrested at West in Bali. The tip-off came from Australian police who were tracking his movement. Indonesian authorities moved in swiftly. As soon as Rajendra Sadashiv Nikhalje landed at Bali, the island resort of Bali, he was detained by the police. 55-year-old Nikhalje is an alleged crime boss. He's a mafia who'd been on the run for decades. He's been on Interpol's most wanted list since 1995. At one point of time, he was seen as a counter to Dawood Ibrahim. Gangster Chhota Rajan has officially now been declared as arrested in Bali in Indonesia. The Ministry of Home Affairs has confirmed that he's been arrested, and my colleague Shams Tahir Khan joins me with the latest on this big breaking story. Shams, गिरफ्तार कर लिया गया है छोटा राजन को, औपचारिक पुष्टि इसकी भारत सरकार ने भी अब कर दी है।
बिल्कुल, अब इसमें कोई शक नहीं रहा गौरव कि छोटा राजन जो है वो गिरफ्तार हो चुका है। अगर आपको पूरी डिटेल में ये बताऊं तो याद होगा कि कुछ महीने पहले जब सिडनी में डी कंपनी की तरफ से छोटा शकील और उसके कुछ खास शूटर वहां पर गए थे उसको मारने के लिए, और एंड टाइम पे ये टिप ऑफ मिला और छोटा राजन वहां से निकल गया। फिर वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ही कहीं इधर उधर छुपा हुआ था, लेकिन आज सुबह वो इंडोनेशिया पहुंचता है। जो ऑस्ट्रेलियन पुलिस है वो एक टिप ऑफ देती है इंडोनेशियन पुलिस को, क्योंकि जब ये इशू हुआ था, जब छोटा राजन पे वहाँ अटैक किया गया था, उसके बाद इंडियन एजेंसी ने भी बात की थी ऑस्ट्रेलियन पुलिस से, और उसके बाद इस टिप ऑफ पे कि चूंकि छोटा राजन एक वांटेड है, रेड कॉर्नर नोटिस है, इंडोनेशियन पुलिस को टिप ऑफ दिया गया और इंडोनेशियन पुलिस ने फिर इस पे आगे जांच की। और जैसे ही वो बाली एयरपोर्ट पे पहुंचा वहां से निकलने के लिए, तब तक खबर मिल चुकी थी और उसके बाद छोटा राजन को गिरफ्तार किया गया। लेकिन सवाल यहाँ पे ये है कि हमारी जो इंडोनेशियन गवर्नमेंट है उसके साथ प्रत्यार्पण संधि नहीं है, इसलिए गिरफ्तारी एक चीज़ है, सरकार की तरफ से पुष्टि भी एक चीज़ है, लेकिन क्या उसको यहाँ लाया जाएगा, ये सबसे बड़ा सवाल है। क्योंकि गौरव, आपको ही पता होगा कि दो जो गैंगस्टर हैं, जो दो डी कंपनी हमारे अंडरवर्ल्ड की, एक डी कंपनी और एक छोटा राजन। छोटा राजन के बारे में हमेशा ये रहा है कि डी कंपनी के बारे में जो टिप ऑफ लेना होता है, ये जो बाकी एजेंसीज हैं वो उन्होंने हमेशा छोटा राजन की मदद की है। तो ऐसी सिचुएशन में छोटा राजन को गिरफ्तार करने के बाद हिंदुस्तान लाना, कानून के सामने पेश करना, सजा देना, ये बड़ा सवाल है, क्योंकि इससे फिर सारी गणित गड़बड़ा सकती है।
बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं आप। द इशू हियर इज देयर वर टू mafias that everyone spoke of and they were at each other's throat. Chhota Rajan on one side, Dawood Ibrahim on the other side. In fact, Chhota Rajan tried to kill Dawood Ibrahim and members of the D company. Dawood Ibrahim has repeatedly tried to kill Chhota Rajan and members of his organization. So this terror gang war that was on, Government of India, Tahir, they often took the help of Chhota Rajan to either get information or to eliminate members of D company.
बिल्कुल, इसीलिए गौरव यहाँ पे ये बड़ा सवाल हो रहा है कि ये जो अचानक ट्विस्ट आया है इस केस में, जाहिर सी बात है कि इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का इसमें कोई टिप ऑफ नहीं है, बाकी एजेंसी का टिप ऑफ नहीं है। हाँ, ऑस्ट्रेलियन गवर्नमेंट है, कैनबेरा पुलिस है, उसने एक टिप ऑफ दिया, क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में इस तरह की चीज़ें होती हैं और उसके बाद वो टिप ऑफ देता, तो अरेस्ट तक तो बात ठीक है। लेकिन सबसे बड़ा सवाल यही है कि प्रत्यार्पण संधि नहीं है, इसे इंडोनेशिया से लाना मुश्किल काम होगा। तो क्या इंडोनेशिया से पहले ऑस्ट्रेलियन पुलिस मांगेगी, कैनबरा पुलिस उसको अपने साथ ले जाएगी, और अगर ऐसा नहीं होता तो यहाँ तक लाना कितना मुमकिन होगा, ये पहला सवाल। दूसरा ये कि अब तक डी कंपनी को कमज़ोर करने के लिए छोटा राजन का इस्तेमाल हो रहा था, तो क्या अब हमारी एजेंसी के साथ छोटा राजन के रिश्ते ठीक नहीं रहे? या फिर दूसरा एक और बड़ा सवाल है कि जिस तरीके से लगातार डी कंपनी छोटा राजन पर हमले करने की साजिश रच रही है, जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हुआ, एक और कंट्री में किया गया, तो ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि छोटा राजन की जान को बहुत ज़्यादा खतरा था। तो जाहिर सी बात है, उस खतरे से बचाने के लिए सबसे जो सेफ पैसेज, जो सबसे सेफ रास्ता है, वो ये है कि आप उसको अरेस्ट करके जेल में डालें, बाद में जो मुकदमा चले वो ठीक रहेगा, लेकिन उससे पहले उसकी जान बची रहेगी। तो दोनों सवाल है, सवाल ये है कि एजेंसी के साथ रिश्ते ठीक नहीं है, सवाल ये भी है कि क्या उसकी जान को ज़्यादा खतरा है, और तीसरा सवाल ये है कि क्या ये सिर्फ इसमें इंडियन एजेंसी की कोई रोल नहीं है, ये ऑस्ट्रेलियन गवर्नमेंट, ऑस्ट्रेलियन पुलिस, उसकी वजह से गिरफ्तारी हुई है। जाहिर सी बात, इन तमाम सवालों के जवाब हमें लगता है थोड़ी देर के बाद हमारे सामने आ सकता है।
Shams, रहिए आप मेरे साथ. Also joining me on the broadcast is Joginder Singh, former CBI director, and Sahil Joshi, our Western India bureau chief. Mr. Singh, how do you look at Chota Rajan's arrest in Indonesia? How difficult will it be to bring him back to India?
No, it is going to take time, because you will remember that particular naval commander who was in USA, the lower court permitted him to extradite. The higher court denied it here. We will have to prove a case in those countries before we can get him. The difficulty will lie legally, not for any other reason. So,
How big a catch is the arrest of Chota Rajan for us, sir?
I think it's a good beginning, good cooperation between the various countries in the world.
So it's a good development you're saying, but it will not be
Excellent.
easy to bring him back to India because we don't have such a treaty with Indonesia, is what you're saying.
You have to follow the legal procedure of those countries. You can't bring anybody back like that. That we fly aeroplane and like Israel did on Antibes. It is not that way. He has to be brought legally. He has been caught legally on the legal notice.
Okay, so you're saying government of India will have to build a case. Stay with me, sir. Let me bring in Sahil Joshi, our Western India bureau chief, for more on this. Sahil, how strong is the evidence against Chota Rajan in terms of his involvement in gang wars in India?
Gaurav, there are at least a dozen cases of extortion, murder and attempt to murder against Chota Rajan, especially Chota Rajan, and the most current case can be the J-Day murder case, in which the Mumbai police's whole contention is that Chota Rajan himself got sharpshooters and got journalist J-Day killed in Mumbai. And even that time, the Home Minister had promised that the police will try to get issued a red corner notice against Chota Rajan. But Mumbai police is telling us that through their sources, what they have got to know, of course, now the Home Minister himself has confirmed that yes, Chota Rajan has been arrested in Bali. But what Mumbai police is hearing through the underworld sources is that he has gone out of contact. That is the term which they were using,
Okay.
which is also off the record. So and they also told us that there is no crime which Chota Rajan has committed in Indonesia. So is it on the basis of Australian police's tip-off that Indonesia police has detained him at this point of time? Will he be sent back to Australia because it's a tip-off from Australian police, or the Indian government will try and get him back to India? Now, these all are the answers which we have to look out for. And yes, there is quite a lot evidence against Chota Rajan's involvement in various cases. His own wife was arrested under MCOC a few years back. She was also facing many other criminal charges. The Chota Rajan gang, as far as Mumbai is concerned, was kept under check by Mumbai police, because most of his members like Santosh Shetty broke away from Chota Rajan. He was brought back from Bangkok to India. Ravi Pujari is also broken away from Chota Rajan.
Right.
His people in Mumbai, especially DK Rao and other gangsters, are as good as they were jailed, their activities were checked. So Chota Rajan in Mumbai's activities are very limited. The most recent big activity, what we can claim is that in 2011, when journalist J.D. was killed and Chota Rajan's involvement was traced in that, in J.D.'s murder. So, if something of that sort happens, then Mumbai police has at least dozen cases against Chota Rajan. We'll have to wait and see, as Shams was mentioning, that it's a long process. As Mr. Joginder Singh was mentioning, it's a long process. So we'll have to wait that what exactly the Indonesian authorities come up with, whether the Indian government approaches the lower court and try for his extradition, or whether he will be first handed over to Australia, because it's a tip-off from Australian police.
In about 20 minutes from now, Sahil, in about 20 minutes from now, the Minister of External Affairs, Sushma Swaraj, will be speaking. Of course, while she will begin by talking about that young girl, Geeta, who's come back from Pakistan, questions on this will be put to her, and we'll get the government response on this from what sources in government are telling India Today. And I want to bring in Shams Tahir Khan for more on this. Shams, सरकार में जो हमारे सूत्र हैं वो ये बता रहे हैं कि छोटा राजन को भारत लाने का प्रयास किया जाएगा. इंडोनेशिया की सरकार ने भारत सरकार को अब औपचारिक तौर पर इसके बारे में सूचित कर दिया है. कितना कठिन होगा आगे का रास्ता?
देखिए गौरव, जो हमारी खबर है वो यही है कि इंटरपोल के थ्रू बाली में इंडियन हाई कमीशन ने बाकायदा छोटा राजन के खिलाफ जो यहाँ पे हमारे एफआईआर थे, जो उसकी वांटेड की वो लिस्ट थी, वो सारी चीज़ें उन्हें बता रखी है. लेकिन सवाल यहाँ पे तो बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है. एक, ट्रीटी नहीं है इंडोनेशिया के साथ हमारा, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, इंडोनेशिया में छोटा राजन के अभी तक जो खंगाले गए हैं वहाँ पे कोई उसका क्राइम नहीं है, ना वो वहाँ पे वांटेड है. तो जिस देश में वहाँ पे वांटेड नहीं है, उस देश की सरकार जाहिर सी बात है उससे किसी धारा के तहत गिरफ्तार नहीं कर सकती, किसी कानून के तहत. हाँ, अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया पुलिस ये डिमांड करती है कि उसके टिप ऑफ पे, जाहिर सी बात उसने टिप ऑफ दिया तो किसी न किसी मकसद से दिया, क्योंकि उससे पहले जो हमला हुआ वहाँ पे जो इलीगल आर्म्स की बात आई थी सिडनी में, उस सेक्शन के तहत भी मामला था. इंटरपोल के जरिए भी सिडनी पुलिस को बताया गया था कि ये वांटेड है. तो कैनबरा पुलिस का इसमें कितना रोल है? इंडोनेशिया में क्या छोटा राजन के खिलाफ कभी कोई मुकदमा दर्ज हुआ, कोई क्राइम किया है, ये चीज़ें देखनी पड़ेगी. और नंबर 3, सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि ट्रीटी नहीं है, इसकी वजह से इंडोनेशियन सरकार, इंडोनेशिया की जो गवर्नमेंट है, वो क्या हमें हैंड ओवर करेगी छोटा राजन को? इसके लिए गवर्नमेंट के लेवल पे, सरकार के लेवल पे और इंटरपोल का भी एक बहुत बड़ा रोल होगा. ये सारी चीज़ें हैं. लेकिन ये अगर हम कहें कि कल अरेस्ट हुआ है, 1 हफ्ता या 2 दिन में, 4 दिन में वो वापस आ सकता है, तो ये भी मुश्किल है. एक लंबा प्रोसेस है. लेकिन कितनी मजबूती से आप केस रखते हैं, किस तरीके से आप इंटरपोल के थ्रू वहाँ पे इंडोनेशियन पुलिस अथॉरिटी गवर्नमेंट के सामने रखते हैं, ये उस पर डिपेंड करेगा. तो इंतज़ार करना पड़ेगा कि भारत सरकार का इस पूरे इसको लेकर क्या रुख रहेगा, कितनी सीरियस रहती है और किस तरह की चीज़ें वहाँ पे डॉक्यूमेंट्स वो पेश करती है. तब जाकर हमारे सामने आएगा कि छोटा राजन की गिरफ्तारी के बाद क्या भारतीय कानून के सामने पेश होगा या नहीं होगा.
शम्स, बने रहिए आप हमारे साथ. टॉप गवर्नमेंट सोर्सेज आर टेलिंग इंडिया टुडे दैट ही वाज on a fake passport, false passport under the name of Kumar Mohan, and he has now been arrested. Government of India has officially been informed through the Indian Embassy in Indonesia. Now, Chota Rajan had also spoken to India Today in the past. Chota Rajan, alias Rajendra Sadashiv Nikhalje, he spoke to India Today in September 2000, soon after that murderous attack that was launched from Dawood's side. Chota Shakil was involved, and in that interview, Chota Rajan had spoken about how his rivalry with D Company had led to a lot of other developments. Let's listen in.
आप पर 14 तारीख की रात को एक बहुत प्राणघातक हमला हुआ. आपको क्या लगता है ये हमला आप पे किसने करवाया और किस कारण से करवाया?
ये हमला मुझ पर दाऊद इब्राहिम ने किया है, और इसलिए किया है कि मैं उसके अगेंस्ट हूँ. वैसे सभी लोग जानते हैं, सारी दुनिया जानती है कि जब से ब्लास्ट हुआ हम लोग दोनों अलग अलग हुए हैं.
क्या कारण था? एक जमाने में आपकी और दाऊद की बहुत दोस्ती थी, दोनों साथ साथ भी काम करते थे, लेकिन ऐसा कौन सा मुद्दा आ गया जिसके कारण आप दोनों अलग अलग?
यही मुद्दा था कि इन्होंने दुश्मन मुल्क से, पाकिस्तान से हाथ मिलाकर हमारे देश से गद्दारी कर कर हमारे देश पे तबाही मचाई, इस तरह के ब्लास्ट करवाए, इसलिए मैं उनसे अगेंस्ट हुआ.
There he's talking about his past involvements and why Dawood Ibrahim wanted him dead. Now he's traveling on a fake passport. The Australian police passed on information to the Indonesian police. He was arrested in Bali as soon as he landed. He was on a fake passport. Vinay Tiwari, our managing editor, now joins me on the broadcast. And Vinay, there was an intense gang war between Chota Rajan, Dawood Ibrahim. Chota Rajan was someone who was also used, if I may use that terminology, by Government of India to counter Dawood Ibrahim. How difficult will it be to get him back to India?
First of all, Gaurav, I'm a little intrigued by what has happened right now. I mean, I don't know if the official confirmation has come as yet or not, but I'm a little intrigued because it's a very well-known fact, Gaurav, as you rightly said, that the Indian intelligence, external intelligence, RAW, has used Chota Rajan several times in the past to get back at Dawood Ibrahim because they believed he's the only one who had the arsenal and the firepower to get back at him. There were at least 3 instances which were very clear where the involvement of the intelligence agencies with Chota Rajan was apparent. The first one, in fact, the very task of ferreting him out of that Bangkok hospital where he was critically shot, most people believe it cannot be accomplished without the involvement of an intelligence agency. You really can't escape a jail, a hospital ward with 12 armed commandos armed to the teeth without the involvement of some agency. That's point one. Chota Rajan was actually used again, and that is a very famous story of how the mission was aborted when the RAW was trying to plan another hit on the wedding of Dawood Ibrahim in the Dawood Ibrahim family in Dubai. That's also where Vicky Malhotra got arrested in Delhi after tip
in fact, that was a 5-star hotel in Delhi.
That was a 5-star hotel in Delhi.
Yes.
So there have been instances in the past where this happened. It's also a very well kept, open secret, in fact, that Chota Rajan was living in Australia and off Australia on a yacht, in fact. About 18 years ago, I had personally, in fact, once spoken to him when he was on a yacht because he was very upset about a particular story that the Mumbai police had put out. And it was well known that he was living there, and you can't really be living in a country like that without some tacit official support. So I'm a little intrigued on how this arrest has happened.
And now information just coming in, sources in the government have confirmed that they will be trying to get him deported to India, to get him extradited to India. Full extradition effort is on. Government of India is in touch with Interpol. The Indonesian government is cooperating, and this will be a huge test for Indonesia's pledge against organized crime. That is information that is coming in. My colleague Shams Tahir Khan also with me on this big story. Shams, अगर इस समय हम बात करें किस तरह से इंटरपोल की मदद से गिरफ्तारी हुई है और क्या नए तथ्य सामने आ रहे हैं, नई डिटेल्स क्या सामने आ रही हैं?